Так, внимание! Индия на фланговой стрельбе. Первая мишень уже в поле.
Hello and welcome to another modelling video. This is Alan from the Man at YouTube with another model video. Unboxing, building and reviewing the 4D 172nd T90 MS main battle tank, which we'll do in the Indian Team Tank Biathlon Championships. Not the same type variants, but I really want to do a crazy paint scheme. Retailing between $8 and $10, box containing 3 runners and 3 slide injected molded hull turret pieces. In a polystyrene blend, pre-coloured with markings on the side. Build as a easy entry level snap kit for immediate play or wargaming. Also containing a double-sided sheet of instructions, minimal Chinese, very easy to follow with numbers corresponding to the parts, with a full isometric pictorial guide in which part slots where. Variants can come in green or sand yellow. The model will be built with basic tools and scale modelling methods, starting with nippers or side cutters, doing the 2-cut method, removing it from the tree, then trimming it further, cutting it with a knife and sanding. Snap fit holes are widened with a ream. Everything is test fitted and adjusted before assembly. Finally, with plastic cement permanently asphyxiating everything together. As tradition with most AFV and armoured vehicles, we start with the tracks and bottom hull assembly. Each side of the truck, even though very simple, is in one part and just needs to have the joining line cleaned up, snaps together, which we immediately move to the turret, also with a flash line that's clipped up with a specialist tool or sandpaper. The cannon articulates up and down, the 2 halves of the turret snaps fit with no visible seam. The stowage clicking to the side and the auto sentry gun also clicks together. A few other components, smoke launchers, aerials and hatches click into place. I'm gluing everything down to make it permanent, but they do fit as well. The main hull also clicks together with overhanging armour. This hides the seam line. Side armour and under stowage clicks on. The rear fuel drums does have a very noticeable seam line. This is covered up and sanded for later. The rest is just incidental details and bits and pieces. Concluding with the turret bayonet interconnecting pivot point joins into the hull, which is another traditional point of articulation that reliably keeps the 2 parts together. The whole process was incredibly easy and straightforward. The detail is very simplistic. The proportions and size is fairly reasonable to. Moving on to the painting, and I'm in love with the blue, white, black scheme of the Indian team. It's different tanks and patterns per year, so getting references was very tricky. I just went for it. Starting immediately with the lightest colour, I'm using hobby grade lacquer paint, thinned with automotive lacquer thinner and applied through the 0.5mm Gallier trigger airbrush gun, over thinned to a very watery viscosity, powered by a Hausching oilless hobby compressor used with Heising fittings at around 12-15 psi. First, I'm doing a wet base coat of the entire surface, bottom and top, in 2 sessions. This triples as a base coat, a primer coat and an inspection of any imperfections or further work. It's fine, so I resume painting. Each colour is done in 2 tones for a light feathering effect. First was a light grey, second a very bright white. Moving to the blue soft edge camouflage scheme, I thinned down the darker blue and produced a very fine line outlining the pattern and then colouring it in. A lighter blue was swapped out and then coloured in the top and bit of the sides for light gradient definition. Concluding with the same with black and a dark charcoal grey. Moving on, I painted all the other components and details by hand with a fine brush and the same lacquer paints. From stowage to gunmetal and tank tracks is the usual 4 or 5 colours I use for everything. Militarily, it's almost universal from the Second World War till now. Being a parade competition vehicle rather than combat, it's a bit different, and did have to apply the flags on the side as I don't have them in waterslide. Finishing with tank wheel tyres and trucks, always a bit challenging as you need to get in between the wheels, the sides and bottom. Finishing off with an oil or enamel ink wash. I'm using Tamiya accent colour thinned with gum turpentine. I like it extra viscous as it flows easily and very quick to clean up. Straightforward, just brush it around and mop up the excess. Pin washing, where you target special areas in cleanup. Finishing off with a lacquer clear matte coat to cut down the gloss and sheen from any non-matte paint and the sludge wash. The wash would have taken a while to dry, a few days, and then this would have been very lightly dusted on. Concluding and finalising the build. It was a very quick and mental build. No more than an hour constructing the whole thing, about half an hour touching up and small improvements, cleaning, sanding. Another hour, hour and a half in painting. Nothing too hard at all, very quick turnaround. Absolutely awesome for a quick project if wargaming or building a ton of these. Side de-stress project or something for the kids or introducing someone to the hobby. I've always been upfront for a cheaper and not as loved or respected brand in the military finer scale modeling community. I really like this brand. You get what you pay for, and there's definitely better T90 offerings out there, but I had a lot of fun. There was no burden to be faithful or do an amazing job. I could be a bit silly and free, and the best part, it's very reminiscent and feels like building an older kit like a Matchbox or early SE or Airfix model at a price that matches back in the day where kits were plentiful and very cheap. Across department and toy stores to news agencies, I do very much and highly recommend this project and any other of the third and second generation 4D kits, taking care that the very cheap first gen ones are incredibly inaccurate and problematic, but a blast if you have terribly low expectations and standards. This concludes the video. Thank you very much for watching, and as always, until next time, stay tuned for further content. Please check out the description section for references and links to social media. Post a lot of content and early builds there as well, and we'll catch you guys next time. See you later.
Командир танка, сержант Сулин.